You got
So,
$8 million for 1 year and all the Anchor Bar
Oh,
wings.
$8 million, wow.
Yeah.
Tell him I'll join him as long as he pays.
I say that whenever I get invited for dinner. Hey, welcome to the Sports Center with Jay and Dan, brought to you by McDonald's. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Don't know if you celebrate Saturday or Sunday or Monday. You can do it all three or do it just one of them. So
You really can. You really can do any day you want. You can do it Friday if you want. Do it Tuesday.
It's 2020.
Do it a week from now.
Do it at Christmas.
Jack Armstrong very excited about his Buffalo Sabres signing Taylor Hall for a year. And we're going to get to that in a second. But he's also excited about Game 6 of the NBA Finals, which took place on TSN Sunday night. Of course, the Lakers missed a chance on Friday to cap this one off. Jimmy Butler, what a performance throughout the finals and throughout the postseason. 2 triple-doubles in his last 3 games. LeBron going for title number 4. Duncan Robinson turns it over. The bald Mamba gets it to Bron. He's going to throw it down. Later in transition, behind the back for 2. LA could tie Boston with an NBA best 17 titles with a victory. For the Heat, they have not had Goran Dragic since Game 1. Plantar fascia injury. Using the screen, came back for Game 6. Scored 5 points. Rajon Rondo, a lot of people made fun of the Lakers for picking this guy up. But man, he has been so good in the postseason. The hesitation move closed by Tyler Hero. And then the spin and the finish. He had 19 points, shot 6 for 6 in the first half. As I said, he has been so good. And by the way, distributing the basketball from the baseline. He finds Anthony Davis, who also had 19 points. Lakers up 20. Up 20. LeBron continues to find his teammates, like the bald Mamba. And then Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in the corner. Loves to shoot from there. Lakers led by 28 at the half. Second largest halftime lead in finals history. Third quarter, LeBron from Caruso. 11th finals triple-double. Jimmy Butler ends his playoff run with 12 points. Davis celebrates his first ever title. We're waiting for the final buzzer. Here's Mike Breen on the call.
Each guy invests. And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
Isn't that incredible? How about that? LeBron, first player to win Finals MVP with 3 different teams. As I said, his 4th overall title. Anthony Davis's first. Lakers' first championship since 2010. And as I said earlier, they do tie the Boston Celtics, 17 titles, most all time. Danny Green, now a 3-time NBA champ, won it last year with the Raps, this year with the Lakers, 2014 with the Spurs. Rondo, second ever player to win a title with the Celtics and the Lakers. 4th Finals MVP award puts him solo, second all-time, 2 behind MJ. He's now won the award all 4 times his team has won the title.
Now joined by Jack in the Coors virtual side seats. LeBron James gets his 4th ring and his 10th Finals appearance and his 4th Finals MVP. Rank this one in terms of championships for LeBron.
I would say number 2 of the 4. I would definitely say his title in Cleveland, which was so historic. And considering the fact, respectfully to the Miami Heat, the opponent that they played against when he was in Cleveland was the Golden State Warriors, who were the defending champs. So to me, I think that was the biggest one. So I would say this would be number 2, considering all the circumstances of the bubble and just the dynamics in play for every team. This was whoever this champion was going to be this year was definitely going to be a rightful champion, and by far they are a rightful champion. And then the 2 titles after that in Miami, obviously they were loaded when you talk about having a Chris Bosh, a Dwayne Wade, and even a Ray Allen. So, to me, I think this was an amazing accomplishment, having a guy like Anthony Davis with him. Yet there were times his second unit and his secondary players were very inconsistent. So he had to do a lot of heavy lifting. He's the rightful MVP. They're the rightful champion.
Well, Jack, it's been a long season. It's been a weird season, but the bubble has burst, and you've been with us every step of the way. Thank you, my friend.
Guys, thanks so much.
Dak Prescott bet on himself this season. Yes, he signed a $34.5 million one-year deal with the Cowboys, but he wanted to showcase his worth for another year, then sign that long-term deal. And Prescott simply made his price go up by beginning the year on a record-setting pace. And then Sunday happened. What I'm talking about. Taking on the Giants. New York offensive coordinator and former Dallas head coach Jason Garrett sharing a moment with Dak pregame, third quarter. This is it. Dallas up 1. Prescott scrambles. Tackled by Logan Ryan, and his right ankle gets caught under Ryan's legs. It is a gruesome ankle injury for the Dallas quarterback. That's tough to look at. Cowboys players can't even watch. Garrett goes over to check on his former quarterback. Prescott had to be carted off the field, as you might expect, extremely emotional. His teammates showing their support. Prescott taken to a hospital where he underwent surgery. Prescott raising a fist as he's taken off the field. Now on that drive, Ezekiel Elliott slips through a tackle and literally daylight. End zone. Cowboys finish off the drive. Elliott puts up a 4 in honor of his quarterback. Andy Dalton is the one who replaced Prescott. Andy Dalton, fourth quarter, game tied at 34. Dallas gets the ball with less than a minute to go. Dalton to Michael Gallup on the sideline. Gets his toes down inbounds. That is an unbelievable catch. Next play. Dalton down the sideline, 31 seconds to go for Gallup, and Gallup. This catch is even better. Gallup's right knee just landing inbounds. Gallup just 2 catches in the game before this drive. So out comes Greg Zuerlein, 34-yarder, 3 seconds on the clock. And it is wide right. Oh, he came back. Straightens out. Zuerlein walks it off for the Cowboys as they win despite losing their starting quarterback. But post-game, Dak's brother Tad tweeting out a picture of the pair in the hospital, as Tad writing that Dak will be back stronger than ever.
Emotional day. How about Abbotsford, BC's Chase Claypool, who dubbed the Eagles-Steelers game Sunday the Pennsylvania State Championship? First quarter, he punches it in from 2 yards out, his second TD of his very first season, a second-round pick from Notre Dame. Makes it 7-0 for the Steelers, and we get more from the man that they have nicknamed Mapletron. In the second quarter, Ben Roethlisberger on the slant. He's going to find the end zone for a second time. First career multi-touchdown game, and the Berg is up 14-7 on the Eagles. Third quarter now 17-14. 4 receivers top of your screen. See them all up there? Who's Big Ben going to go to? He's going to go back to the Canadian. Third TD. First Steelers rookie to score 3 TDs in a game in 30 years. Pittsburgh up 10. But the Eagles cut it to 2 once again. Chase Claypool, first Canadian-born player to score 4 touchdowns in a game. We don't call it Canadian bacon. Steelers moved to 4-0 for the first time in 41 years. 41 years. Here's Claypool on his record-setting day.
It is definitely insane. It's crazy, but I don't really like to think about breaking records or making history. It is super cool, but it's not something that I go into the game like, oh, I'm trying to make history today. You know, I really just think of I'm trying to do the little things to help my team win. Mistake-free football. So maybe when I go home, call my family, I'm sure they'll tell me all the things that happened this game day. I'm just staying level-headed. I'm enjoying the moment for sure, but I'm not letting it get to me.
Well, he said for sure, very Canadian. Very Canadian kid there from Abbotsford, the third rookie wide receiver in NFL history to have 4 TDs in the game, and the 6th rookie in NFL history to have 2 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown in the same game.
Huge hockey news. Taylor Hall has agreed to a 1-year, $8 million deal with the Buffalo Sabres. 28-year-old scored 16 goals, 36 assists in 65 games with the Devils and Coyotes last season. So this is going to be Hall's 4th team since being drafted first overall by the Oilers in 2010. Hall's former coach in Edmonton, Ralph Kruger, helped bring the former first overall pick to Western New York.
Had built a relationship in his time with Taylor previously. Absolutely played a big role in this over the last couple of days with between ownership and myself and Ralph and others, just really having open, honest communication with Taylor and his representatives, and got to this point.
You're not getting $8 million a year? I was under the impression you were. I know a lot of people are mad. I know a lot of people don't want to see us here, but we're not done yet. Not talking about Dan and myself. I'm talking about the Houston Astros. That was Astros shortstop Carlos Correa talking about Houston making their 4th consecutive trip to the ALCS, and first since their 2017 cheating scandal was exposed. This year they're facing the powerful Rays who just knocked off the Yankees. Blake Snell, former Cy Young winner, gives up a home run to Jose Altuve. Astros trying to advance to a 3rd World Series in 4 years. Altuve home runs in 3 straight games now. We're going to the 4th. It is the Cuban Rocket, Randy Arozarena. This guy is just nonstop home runs. Rays continue to leave the yard. 26 of their 33 runs in the playoffs have come by the home run. Arozarena hitting .444 with 4 home runs this postseason. .444 with 4 home runs.
The Cuban Rocket.
What did I say?
Yeah.
Did I say the Cuban Rocket?
Nickname.
Oh, okay, good.
I just love that nickname.
I might have misidentified the country, and then I would have felt terrible.
No.
Kevin Kiermaier up the middle. Framber Valdez says, look what I found. Robs Kiermaier of a base hit. Fortunately for Valdez, he'd have no play on the ball. Following batter is Mike Zunino. Beating that shift with an RBI single. Mike Zunino. 2-1 Rays. After Rays reliever Aaron Luke came in, loaded the bases with a hit batter and a walk and a single. Astros threatening with a go-ahead run on and 1 out. Kevin Cash says, let's bring in Diego Castillo to clean up this mess.
Go ahead, run at second with 1 away. Gurriel on the first pitch, up the middle, ranging over, backhanded left to first, and a double play on the first pitch by Castillo.
I mean, this is the Rays. They're pitching so good. Their pen has inherited 15 base runners this season. None of them has scored. None of them. Tampa wins their 60th straight when leading through 7 innings. That's the longest active streak in baseball. Rays take game 1. Federer took to Twitter, I have always had the utmost respect for my friend Rafa as a person, as a champion, as my greatest rival over many years. I believe we've pushed each other to become better players. Therefore, it's a true honor for me to congratulate him on his 20th Grand Slam victory. Especially amazing that he's now won Roland Garros an incredible 13 times. I also congratulate his team because no one can do it alone. I hope 20 is just another step on the continuing journey for both of us. Well done, Rafa. You deserve it.
So Nadal, a living legend that transcends his sport, you could say the exact same thing about Lewis Hamilton. And on a day Nadal pulled even with a legend in Federer, Hamilton looked to do the exact same thing with a legend in Michael Schumacher. Maybe turn the vacuum off until the interviews are over. Hamilton and Schumacher both with 91 career wins. Hamilton trying to break the tie with Schumacher at the Portuguese Grand Prix. That'll happen on October 25th. Wow.
Wow, great. So much fun. Sports, so much fun on Sunday. And then you get all the turkey. And, of course, the stuffing. And the pumpkin pie.
I got McDonald's for my Thanksgiving.
All right. Not bad. You were saying you want McDonald's to do a turkey burger. Right?
Yeah, or
this
like
guy's full of good ideas, I think.
turkey and stuffing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll talk to McDonald's about it. The NFL is facing more scheduling issues. A pair of teams produced more positive COVID tests Sunday morning. Oh, man, the Tennessee Titans. They had a coach test positive for COVID. they have once again shut down their facility. This comes just one day after the team returned to the practice field for the first time this month after an outbreak among players and coaches. In New England, another player tested positive Sunday. That means the Patriots facility was closed for the third time in 10 days. New England already has 3 players on the injured/COVID-19 list, including quarterback Cam Newton. And as a result, the Patriots-Broncos game has been moved to next Sunday, the 18th. Now, this is what it looks like in terms of schedule changes. The leagues moved that Broncos-Patriots game. They had to change the weeks that 7 other games will be played. The most affected team, the Dolphins, 3 of their games were moved. The only game that didn't move weeks is the upcoming Thursday nighter between Buffalo and KC. That game has been moved to the following Monday as part of the doubleheader in Week 6.
So when in our show, we have a thing called a lineup. When a few things change, we just throw the old lineup out and then replace it. So if you have an old schedule sitting at home, just
burn it.
Yeah, just toss that.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, you want more hockey news? Well, the Maple Leafs have signed forward Jimmy Vesey to a 1-year, $900,000 deal. 27-year-old, 9 goals, 11 assists in 64 games with your Buffalo Sabres last year. Vesey also played with Toronto forward Alex Kerfoot at Harvard before making the jump to the NHL. So smart guy. Harvard guy.
Yeah, big Harvard guy. And the Leafs were in on him a few years ago, trying to sign him before the Rangers were able to do so. So obviously they've liked him for a long time. There you go. And then new signing Zach Bogosian, who agreed to a 1-year deal with the Leafs on Saturday. Big boy. Why he decided to sign in Toronto?
Be able to sign with the Leafs, obviously, you know, every hockey player probably crosses their mind a few times in their childhood just because of how storied the franchise is, and just super excited to be a part of it. You know, as far as the lineup goes, I've played against a lot of these guys, especially the veterans, for a number of years. But the good young talent that we have on the team, I thought I could be a good fit. And, yeah, super excited to be part of such a skilled group and storied franchise.
That's a little Stanley Cup experience to the Buds.
He's carving out a nice career. He's already played 644 games in the NHL, and he's got that cup. These Stars, they've re-signed Radek to a 5-year, $16.25 million contract. Was a restricted free agent, finished with 20 points in 66 games last season. Red Wings have agreed to terms with Vladislav Nemestikov on a 2-year deal worth $4 million. 27-year-old joins his 5th team since being drafted by the Lightning in 2011. Put up 17 goals, 31 points in 65 games with the Avs and Senators last season.
Yeah, he bounces around a lot, but he puts up numbers. And the Blues signed Kyle Clifford, 2 years, $2 million, 2-time Cup winner. Going to the Blues. Blues just adding more Cup experience.
Wasn't Kyle Clifford that on the Kings, and we saw him on a flight that time?
Yeah, that's true. We did see him on a flight once.
We're like, hey, nice to meet you. What are you doing here? He goes, play for the Kings.
Yeah.
Like,
seemed like a dumb question at the time.
Still to come. Derek Carr and the Raiders look for the first win in Kansas City since 2012. Those highlights coming up next.
You are watching The Jay and Dan Show, brought to you by McDonald's, future home of the McTurkey. Raiders and Chiefs. Raiders are down 14-3. Surely the Chiefs will put them away. Oh, hold on. Derek Carr to Nelson Aguilar for a 59-yard TD pass. That cuts the lead to 4. And it is still a 4-point KC lead here in the second quarter. Ian Eagle with the call on CBS, the Tiffany Network. Patty Mahomes, a rushing and a passing TD already in this game. Check out this throw.
It defies physics.
Now the cross-body pass to friend of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, Travis Kelce. Tied at 24 at the half. You still thought, okay, the Chiefs are going to take care of this. But the Raiders are up 6 in the fourth quarter, 3rd and 18. Carr to Hunter Renfrow for a 42-yard gain, which would set up a Raider field goal. Carr threw for 347 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mahomes now Picked off by Jeff Heath, who returns it all the way to the 2, setting up a Josh Jacobs touchdown. First interception of the season for the former MVP Patrick Mahomes. KC still in it, down 16, 4 to play. Mahomes to Kelsey for the score, 2-point conversion. Would cut the lead to 8. So it's a one-possession game, but on 4th and 1, Carr punches it in to get that first down. And the Raiders win their first game at KC since 2012. First loss for KC this year.
Vikings and Seahawks was the Sunday nighter you saw on TSN. Russell Wilson looking to lead Seattle to the franchise's first ever 5-0 start. Third quarter, Vikings up 1. This one had a great finish. Kirk Cousins is picked up by KJ Wright. Incredible one-handed grab. No. That was DK Metcalf. The catch. Beautiful. Now, because this is the interception now? Yeah, there it is. One-handed catch. Cousins' 7th interception, just the 5th game of the season, led to another Seahawks touchdown. Seattle takes an 8-point lead. Fourth quarter. Vikings down 2, but in the red zone. Connects with Adam Thielen for the major. Minnesota came in tied for 8th in the NFL in goal-to-go touchdown rate at 87.5%. They take the lead. Many up 5 in the red zone. Facing 4th and inches, they elect to go for it. Instead of kicking the field goal, they don't get it. They're stuffed at the line. So Wilson and the Seahawks still have life. The rain falling in Seattle.
Wilson hanging in the pocket.
Facing 4th and 10. Yeah. Wilson connects with Metcalf again. This is an incredible catch. With Seattle on the 6-yard line. This is an incredible catch. Metcalf again. A wild finish in Seattle as they complete a 94-yard game-winning drive to improve in 5-0. When the Vikings could have kicked the field goal, they did not. Seahawks win.
First 5-0 start for Seattle in history. Here we go. FC Cincy against Alejandro Pozuelo and Toronto FC. A Reds win and they'll become the first MLS club to clinch a playoff spot. And Pozuelo cannot open the scoring. His shot just misses. But 5 minutes later, here's Luke Wildman on the call.
Right into the path of Richie Larea here. Larea pulls it back. It's Mullins. A really well-worked goal to give TFC the lead. And as he did here last year, Patrick Mullins finds the back of the net.
Pozuelo's secondary assist. He leads the league with 10 total. Mullins, his first of the regular season. Second half injury time.
Madunian in with that left foot delivery.
The ball swung into the box. Alan Cruz knocked over by Omar Gonzalez. The referee immediately points to the penalty spot. And after a couple of minutes of protest by Toronto, the ref calls for the VAR to take another look at the foul, and after review, he says no penalty. Little gift there. TFC wins their 5th straight, and they become the first MLS team to clinch a postseason berth.
Philadelphia, Montreal, Impact coming off their first win in 6 league matches, 39th minute. Camilo Montero, no mistake, giving the Union the early lead. Sergio Santos subbed in at the half, 48. Santos finishes off the pass with a lefty in the box for his 4th of the season. 86th minute, Impact down 1. Romel Kyoto sprung and cannot convert. Just misses. Chips it just wide as Philadelphia takes this one 2-1. Okay. Here we go. I forgot to do my paperwork and put things in order, but I did find it. As Jay mentioned, TFC is now qualified for the playoffs for the 5th time in the last 6 seasons. Impact, they're clinging to a playoff spot in the East. Oh. What are you doing over there?
I was touching up my makeup a little bit. You got a forehead like this, you got to make sure you get that powder on there. 2 years ago, he suffered a broken leg in a game against the Texans, so horrific it required 17 surgeries and even threatened his life because of infection. And after a long rehab stint and a lot of people who doubted he'd ever play again, on Sunday, Alex Smith was back in uniform for the Washington football team. They were taking on the LA Rams. Dwayne Haskins was benched, so Kyle Allen actually got the start. Smith backing up Allen. There he is, number 11. Adjusting, getting back to game shape. Second quarter, Washington down 20-17. Allen takes a helmet-to-helmet hit from Jalen Ramsey right there. Vicious hit. Forced to leave the game. So Smith comes in to replace Allen in his first game action in nearly 700 days. And his wife and kids were there, and obviously very nervous. Smith's very first play, he finds J.D. McKissick out of the backfield, who picks up 6 yards, and man, that's got to feel good for his family, doesn't it? Then on third down, Smith takes his first big hit from, of all people, Aaron Donald, maybe the best defensive player in the game, 280-pound defensive tackle. And after that, Donald says, you know what? His leg is strong. His leg is strong. His leg is strong. Fourth quarter. Washington down 13. After a third down incompletion, Smith, Ron Rivera says, you know what? We're going for it. Let's do this. No. Washington turns it over on down. Smith finished with just 37 yards, was sacked 6 times, but...
Hey, coast-to-coast Monopoly game at McDonald's is back. From now until November 9th, 2020, Monopoly is going to be available for Canadians to play with a 1 in 5 chance to win.
Guests can peel and reveal for a chance to win amazing prizes, or guests can peel and collect all of the game stamps and a property set on their game board for a chance to also win amazing prizes. So head on in for your chance to win. I know producer Tim did it over the weekend.
Yeah, and a big congrats goes out to Sandia M. from Mississauga, Ontario, and Brady G. of Upper Brookside, Nova Scotia. Just some of the big-time winners from the game so far.
Now, you may wonder, what are you going to do, Jay? You've had a hard time reading these game pieces. We brought in Thomas, one of our star producers here, and he's going to read my game pieces for me.
Okay.
Because my eyes are just that bad. You had LASIK. You fantastic.
Yeah, but you lose your nearsightedness with that. I got Miles Canyon and Toronto Airport.
Okay.
I needed those two.
What did I get, Thomas?
Halifax Airport.
Halifax Airport.
And Miles Canyon.
Whoa!
Hey, we got
Doubles!
twinsies.
We've got doubles.
Where's Miles Canyon?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I'll look that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thomas, great job. I think we forgot to mic you up. We'll be back after. Who Delivered, brought to you by McDelivery. Canadian Chase Claypool of Abbotsford, BC, did it all for the Steelers on Sunday. Caught 3 touchdowns, ran in another. First rookie with 100 receiving yards and 4 total TDs since Reggie Bush back in 2006. Claypool, again, Canadian, definitely delivered. To the Jannies. I haven't seen a lot of the Arizona Cardinals this season. You got Kyler Murray. And you have DeAndre Hopkins. And that's just what DeAndre Hopkins does. Incredible catch. One of the very best in the game. Being paid like one of the best of the game.
If you make a one-handed catch, you're going to be in the Jannies, or you're going to be highlight of the night? Well, Robbie Anderson, welcome to the Jannies. One-handed grab, the throw from Teddy Bridgewater.
By the way, Falcons lost this game, and Dan Quinn was fired. Fired. KHL action. Pavel Datsyuk. Yeah, the Magic Man. He's still kicking around in the KHL. Like, just come back to the NHL.
How old is he now?
He's 9.
Putin is his winger, right?
Yeah, Putin's his winger. That's right.
Putin's on a wing. Jared Goff celebrating his 2-yard touchdown run with a spike.
Just told that he's 42. The Magic Man, Pavel Datsyuk, 42. Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry. You asked this during the highlight. How did he catch it? Jarvis Landry.
That's nuts.
Boy, walking a tightrope.
More from the ALCS. It's Kevin Kiermaier up the middle, and Framber Valdez. What are you naming your son? Framber? What? I'm sorry? Fran? It's Framber. And he's going to make it to the ALCS. So they had the last lap. Yeah. So there you go. That was the Jannies.
Highlight of the night. It's coming up. Worst play of the day. Jags going for it, 4th down, direct snap to James Robinson. He's gonna throw. No. Slips out of his hands. Texans.
He was going to throw it. He was going to
recover the fumble. That is the worst play of the day.
Well, this is a strange highlight of the night because it involves Dak Prescott before he suffered that gruesome injury. But Cedric Wilson, little trickery. Yeah, Prescott, touchdown reception. First career catch. Unfortunately, he did suffer that gruesome ankle injury later. Here's the good news. He's already had surgery, and apparently the surgery went very well, and so he'll make a full recovery. But tough to see him so emotional.
Here's You Blew It. We point out our errors. I misplaced my notes for the MLS standings. Jay, you were touching up your makeup just before appearing on camera.
Sure was. It looks good, too.
We were wondering about Miles Canyon. It's in Whitehorse, Yukon territory. Sorry about that. It's the #1 thing to do on TripAdvisor.
I've never been to the Yukon.
Me neither. Datsuk is not 90. He's 42.
Right.
And Vladimir Putin is on no one's line in the KHL. He is his own entire line.
Yeah. When he plays those once-a-year charity games on his birthday and gets 9 goals, man.
The last one he hit that carpet, though. I don't think he's had one since, has he?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Anyone checked in on Putin? We need to see some.
Trump has.
Hey, thanks for watching, everybody.